Hey everyone, welcome to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 20th of August, 2025, and in this video we're going to pop over to coinnews.net and check out the compiled numbers for the United States Mint sales. Why sales? Well, they're vital to numismatists, flippers, and investors to determine mintages and demand. Now, before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's a really big number, actually. I checked it out. It was ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, let's bounce over to moneymetals.com. Check out those live spot prices. Wow, look at that. So gold is down, or actually up, my bad. It's up 60 cents to 34.1065, broke through that $3,400 threshold. Silver up 26 cents, breaking through the $39 threshold, $39.05. Platinum up $1.45 to $13.62, even Steven. And palladium up 50 cents to $11.1845. And Dr. Copper is at that Olds 442 number. That's right. I think they made those until 1987, if I'm not mistaken. Now you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $6.59 for the quantity of 1 through 39. They'll have you paying $45.64. Now the buyback, that's a sell to them price, is $39.96, and that is definitely below the $1.20 that we would typically see. So isn't that something? Now over here to coinnews.net, there's an article by Mike Unser. I think he's the owner and editor of coinnews.net. Title of this article is U.S. Mint Sales 2025 American Liberty Issues Laser Silver Eagle Debut. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on here, folks. Not too sure how to explain it away, but it's right there in black and white. It says here, the United States Mint last week launched the 2025 West Point $100 American Liberty High Relief Gold Coin, the 2025 Philadelphia Struck American Liberty Silver Medal, and the 2025 West Point Proof Laser Engraved American Silver Eagle. Sales figures show totals for the American Liberty products through August 24, though both were unavailable before that date, well before that date, it says. And I tell you, I've got both these coins. They both came on the same day, and man, they are stunning. They're absolutely beautiful. And what I'm hearing is that, well, some people are having their American Liberty silver medal order canceled. Not sure what's up with that. Don't know why. I don't know if they didn't make enough or what have you, but I ordered two in two separate orders on drop day. If you were here during that live drop, you heard the frustration. It kept telling me that I had broke through that household order limit when I had only got one. And then when I finally got confirmation, all right, that second email, then that's when they allowed me to buy a second one. And that second one still hasn't even showed up yet. In fact, just yesterday it went from processing to shipped. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, this is the one here. This is the laser Privy. Something's up with this one, and I don't know how to put my finger on it other than the fact that they didn't sell a whole lot of them, and I believe our source says there aren't that many left. They could have only struck 75,000, maybe less. But that's really something. It says here, as for the 100,000 mintage for the 2025 West Point Proof Laser Engraved American Silver Eagle released on August 20, that was a week and a day ago, and is still available for $105. Cumulative sales through the 24th have not yet been reported, but the Mint did confirm, however, that the first day sales reached 59,520 with updated totals to follow. And that's something we need to follow, no doubt about it. Returning to the American Liberty products, which launched on August 21st, about a week ago today, the 12,000 mintage gold coin lasted for nearly 2.5 hours before first becoming unavailable. Its total through the 24th is listed at 7,350, which is about 60% of the total 12,000, so that's not even close. And then the 60,000 mintage silver medal, meanwhile, became unavailable the following day, with sales through the 24th reported at 28,888. And if people are getting their orders canceled, obviously, half of 60,000 is 30,000. Well, that's kind of close. But if there's going to be maybe 100 cancellations or, maybe some returns for poor workmanship, poor planchets, well, it could be, 26,000, maybe 24,000, who knows? But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the final tally is. Both products should see more short windows of availability as additional quantities are offered again. And that typically happens at 7:30 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. And that's just the way the Mint does it. I don't think they really have any other time slots that they generally do that with. Now, here and there, they'll do 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time or noon, but typically what we see is 7:30 in the morning. Now, it says silver proof set now unavailable. Gee, I wondered why. Did you hear what was going on with that? Yeah. Did you see the video the other day? There's some yellowish toning on the silver coins, and that is from Sulfur, they say. It says launched on, oh, I didn't finish the rest of this. Sackagawea gold edges up, Superman coins climb, Army Eagle declines again. Launched on August 7th, the 10 coin 2025 silver proof set, 7 coins struck and 3.9 fine silver recorded 4-day opening sales of 120,807 units. During its first full week of availability, sales increased by 6,318 units to reach 127,125. More recently, the set was listed as currently unavailable. We know why, right? They had problems. I think one of our contacts at the Denver Mint was actually there in the gift shop while they were taking them off the shelves, and they're like, "Hey, why are you doing that?" And they're like, "Oh, there's some quality issues." Yeah, and if you've seen the comments about these silver proof sets, they definitely have some issues going on with them. The latest report showing a decline of 2,166 pickup sticks to 124,959, and that could be the lowest. Right, that's right. Lowest mintage silver-proof set in the modern era, starting in 1992, with the last silver-proof set was 1976. Now, released on July 31st and limited to 7,500 coins, the 2025 West Point proof Sackagawea gold dollar became unavailable about 8 hours after its launch. Since then, only small quantities have been briefly reappeared. Remember, 7:30 in the morning, a.m. Eastern. 3 reports ago, the total edged up by 4 to 7,444. The following report showed no change, and the latest update increased by 47 to 7,491. Now, will we see that for the American Liberty high relief gold coin or the silver medal? We could, but let's find out. That's why we stick around. All right, the U.S. Mint Superman themed gold coin and silver medals debuted on July 24. That was over a month ago now, with the first 4 days of pre-sales showing the least expensive medal leading to 30,228 units. And well, we know what happened there, right? Cut in half. Followed by the 2.5 ounce version at 11,764, and then the gold coin at 6,146. Now they have the recent movements for those particular products. Now it says here, week ending August 24, that was 4 days ago, the gold coin rebounded by 140, the 2.5 ounce silver medal climbed 464, and the 1 ounce medal rose to 388. And we will be going over those totals shortly. Current totals now stand for 5,820 for the gold, 12,645 for the 2.5 ounce silver medal, and 16,200 for the 1 ounce silver medal. Yeah, I think the Mint's going to have to do some kind of soul searching on this particular issuance. It is a pre-sale. It hasn't shipped yet. I haven't seen any of them on the secondary market yet. And when I do, I'm really questioning what the price is going to be. If you follow Gen X, maybe, just maybe, you'll find out what the trend is for these particular prices on the secondary market. But I think the Mint needs to rethink their mintages and their stated product limits. That way they can probably, be a hotter item. They should definitely be right-sizing their mintages, like they've been doing all year, right? So I think they should use this as a bellwether as to what the sales might be like for the Batman coin, the Wonder Woman coin, Robin, Flash, and Batgirl, and so on and so forth. In the latest data, the no longer available Privy Mark 250th Anniversary Army 2025 West Point Proof American Silver Eagle declined by another 1,119. And that's not bad, folks, because the stated product limit was 100,000, the stated mintage limit was 100,000, and then they blew past that at like 104,000, which everybody was like, wait, why would they sell more than they had, right? Well, now the current total stands at 98,381. This marks the third straight weekly reduction following prior decreases of 2,689, 2,296. Its official mintage is 100,000. Now it's got below the roster of the U.S. Mint's most sought-after numismatic products for the week ending August 24. This is a big deal, folks, because check this out. Let's just go to number 7 spot. It's the uncirculated Silver Eagle, sold 1,054. Yeah, that's a pretty good number, actually. And this definitely is a testament to the Mint's, what they're doing over there. They're creating demand, and it definitely shows, because before, I think for the last, maybe, 3 months, prior to the first three months ago, we're looking at up until May, sales weren't like this at all. So this is something else. The Mint has created some great demand here. All right, we've talked about the Proof Laser Engraved Silver Eagle right there, American Liberty Silver Medal, the American Liberty Gold Coin. Look at this 2025 Mint set sold almost 3,000. New total is 142,449. And the stated product limit on that one is 190,000. And just for reference, the 2024 Mint set is finally unavailable. That one has the highly coveted Denver, you can't really see it there. Denver, Jefferson nickel. There it is right there. So that's something. And you really, yeah, we can't really talk about the Philadelphia issuance anymore because the United States Mint says there's about 72 million of those struck for 2024. So, yeah, where are the numbers? I don't know. Can we trust it? I don't know. But that's what the Mint's doing there. Number 5 is the 2025 proof set, sold 1,757, even though we've seen that this one is unavailable right now. And where did these come from? I don't even know. But the new total is 304,749 out of a stated product limit of 420,002. Number 6 spot is the West Point Proof Silver Eagle. That's the flagship eagle right there. Sold 1,738. That's remarkable. Number 7 is the Uncirculated Silver Eagle. Sold 1,054. And remember, the stated product limit on that one was 90,000. However, that does not include the bulk purchase, folks. So we are almost completely out of the Uncirculated Silver Eagle. I would imagine there's only just a couple hundred maybe left, if that. And then you've got the bulk product code, which who knows if they've sold 305 of those, they may have like 40 more sets of that available. And so I think the ultimate, the final mintage on the Uncirculated Silver Eagle, including the bulk and the private purchasers here from the mint, like Joe Public, like you and I, is probably going to be closer to 100,000. Number 8 is the Proof Marine Corps Silver Dollar. That is an incredible program. Now they've finally breached the 40,000 threshold at 40,675. And look at this. How cool is that? The 2023 Philadelphia issuance for the American Liberty Silver Medal sold 808 for 39,104. And I do believe it's because the American Liberty Silver Medal and the American Liberty Gold Coin that the ISRON is looking at this one going, okay, that one is really cool. And I have that one as well, and it is beautiful. And number 10 spot's taken by the Uncirculated Morgan Silver Dollar. And I think the Mint's going to have to right-size their sales for the Uncirculated Morgan and Peace Dollars. We know that they've already done that for the Proof. They did that for the Uncirculated. This Uncirculated Morgan Silver Dollar, yeah, I think they probably should break it to probably 100,000, maybe 110,000, maybe 125,000, because they're just making way too many of those. They're sitting on the shelves collecting dust when they shouldn't. In its latest report, the Mint published sales data for 589 numismatic products. 4 products saw week-over-week gains of more than 1,000 units, the same as previously. Yeah, things are staying hot at the Mint. The Mint sales momentum edged higher last week with 101 products surpassing their previous gains. The figure is above the prior week's 94 and remains in line with recent weekly gains of 90, 110, 85, 103, 105, 89, 120, wow, 98, and 93. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 12 weeks, 3 months worth of sales that they've been hot diggity dog. In addition, 9 products registered weekly sales declines compared to 5 in last week's report. Aside from the 2 products already mentioned, the remaining declines were minimal, both each one down by just a single unit. And I think what that means is the Mint is doing some kind of reconciliation before the end of the fiscal year, and that means that the fiscal report for 2025 is going to be dropping soon, and hopefully we'll have Gen X's help to kind of go through some of those numbers and see what they mean for the United States Mint sales and for the business that they've got going on here. All right, U.S. Mint Numismatic Products sales here below are the tables showing the latest available sales for U.S. Mint Numismatic Products. The sales period covers from August 18th, somebody had a birthday that day, water, to August 24th. Products with an asterisk are no longer available or had no reported sales. But I got to tell you, look at that. The 2025 commemorative coins featuring the Marine Corps 250th birthday. Yeah, those are super duper sales right there. And isn't it interesting that the Marine Corps is going to have not only these commemorative coins, but they're going to have that American Silver Eagle coming out. That's right. I think November 10, if I'm not mistaken, on this Mint schedule. All right, let's keep on keeping on here. Morgan and Peace, I talked about that, how the Mint's going to have to probably lower their mintages. They did lower the mintages for the proof versions, so that'll be interesting to find out how many of those they sell. Comic Art Coin and Metals, yep, look at that. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. But then again, it didn't sell out in 2.5 hours either, did it? So what does that say about it? I don't know. I think the Mint's going to have to do some soul searching and probably get numbers a lot closer to the latest sales for these particular items, especially the 2.5-ounce silver medal and the $50 proof gold coin. All right, let's keep on keeping on that. So Sackagawea gold dollar, I don't know where they came from, but there they are. 47 sold last week, and they're trickling them out each and every single day, probably 4, 5, 6 at a time each day. So 7 times 7 is 49. It's probably getting close. 230th anniversary, 2024 Liberty and Britannia, Armed Forces silver medal. Yeah, the Navy did good there. American Liberty Products, we talked about those sales there. And what about the mintages on these? They were supposed to create 60,000 of those American Liberty silver medals, and we know there's been some cancellations on those orders. And then they had, what, 12,000 of the American Liberty high relief gold coin, and yet they only produced, what, 60% of those? What's up with that? Yeah, don't know what's going on there. But look at that increase for the American Liberty silver medal from 2023. That's remarkable. Clad proof sets, where are these coming from, folks? I don't even know, because we did a report saying they were unavailable. Maybe, actually, maybe, just maybe, these were the ones that sold before they became unavailable. And I wonder why they took them off the shelf, along with the American Women Quarter proof sets, the American Women Quarter silver proof sets. They just aren't available anymore. And here we go. American Women Quarter proof sets sold 60, and we can check out the silver proof sets. Yeah, those must have been, you're looking at 2,166 negative. That's a loss of almost 1.75% there. And these are all these returns? Could be. And remember, you've seen in some of the comments in the comment section that they're yellowing. They're toned already, and that could be due to sulfur or oxidation of some kind. Yeah, look at that. American Women Quarter silver proof set sold 28. And remember, these are supposed to be unavailable. Not sure what's going on with that. Did the and it's weird. And did the American Women Quarter silver proof set, did that have toning on them as well? And how could they drop so quick, so recently, and be toned already? They must have been exposed to something in the process there's no other explanation. It doesn't make sense. U.S. Mint uncirculated sets, they sold almost 3,000 of the 2025. I've already showed you. The uncirculated coin set from 2024 is no longer available. That's amazing. And they sold up to 188,392. They could be a little bit over that, maybe by 100 or so, closer to that 190,000 stated product limit. That's remarkable. Let's keep on keeping on. Proof and reverse proof silver eagles. Look at that. Army silver finally, yeah, under that 100,000 threshold. What's going on? What's up with that? And then the big question that I have here is that laser engraved silver eagle. If we've only sold just about 60,000 and our contact says that there's probably 12,000 left, does that mean the United States Mint only struck 75,000 of those bad boys? And what would that do for secondary market sales once the final tally comes out for those mintages? That's going to be something to talk about on one program going forward. Uncirculated silver eagles, yeah. 305 here, that's at least 12,000, because you got the 40 times 3 is 12, and then you got the 81,403, and a stated product limit for this particular item is 90,000. But I think in addition to the bulk folks, I think we're going to be closer to 100,000 of those particular coins available. Let's keep on keeping on. Look at that. The gold sales are rocking at the United States Mint. That is just amazing. Those gold eagles are flying off the shelf. See what I did there? All right, let's keep on keeping on. Uncirculated gold eagles, look at that. Bam, for 2025, almost a 3% increase. They sold 56 of them to a grand total of 1984. Remember that book? All right, proof American bison buffalo gold coins. Yeah, just not even 1% there. They sold 45. Let's keep on keeping on. Got a lot to cover still. Presidential silver medals, not going to do it. American Innovation reverse proof sets. Yep, we finally have a date for the 2025 American Innovation reverse proof set. I think it comes out on December 10th. It's the last product on the Mint schedule for 2025. And check this out. What's up with that? Because I know that Florida and Texas both are unavailable, and yet Texas sold 1 Philly roll, 17 Denver rolls, 113 Philly bags, and 63 Denver bags. That's incredible. Where did they come from? I don't know, but whoever picked those up scored. Yeah, that's right. So the 2 rolls for Michigan, P and D, are gone, but you can still purchase. That's right. You can still purchase the Philly bag and the Denver bag. Let's keep on keeping on. Oh, yeah, that's the Ray Montague 2025 American Innovation Dollar featuring the state of Kansas and her CAD design. Yeah, look at that. Bingo. Not so bad, right? And they're still available. That's incredible. Let's keep on keeping on. I think after this, we're going to be looking at the American Women Quarters. If not, we're going to be looking at the Native American dollars probably. Let's keep on keeping on. We're almost there. 2018, that's the last one. Yeah, there we go. Native American dollars. Yeah, not really a whole lot going on here. We had broke through the 1% threshold here with a sale of 16. 100 coin bag out of Philadelphia. But look at this. This is the real number. Look at that. Almost a 6.75% increase in sales for the 200 coin bag, Philadelphia and Denver, for the Kennedy half dollars. And I think the stated product limit on that one is like 11,000, maybe 12,000 of those coins. And we're just at about 9,000 right now. So those are going fast, especially at 500 per week. That could go quickly. Here we go. Stacey Park Milburn quarters. I thought we would see a decline on this. Negative sales adjustments, a revision, but not at all. Still robust sales for this particular quarter. And I do dig this design. And I think it's a reminder to all of us that, eventually when we get older, we might need a handicap spot, a disabled placard, whatever have you, because we get older, we might not be as mobile as we once were, right? So that's that. Let's keep on keeping on. And I think that's going to be it here. And I'm going to do the +1 action. There we go. This is Ecclesiastes 1:18. It says here, "For with much wisdom comes much grief, and he who increases knowledge increases pain." And I think what this means, if I wrap my head around it, and I had to use the Google machine for this one, the wise man's heightened knowledge makes him acutely aware of the world's inherent injustices, cyclical nature, and the limits of human power. He is frustrated by the realization that what is crooked cannot be made straight. Oh, man. Bummer. Yeah. It's good luck. It's futile, right? Now here we are at 3 Nines Fine, 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Pink Floyd. Shine on, you crazy diamond. And it's the long version right there, 13 and almost half minutes there on KOIN Coin News Radio 99.9. So here we are at the landing page for my channel. And I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, please sub the channel. It's free. Membership isn't free, though. It's $1.99 a month. And if you look at it in the big picture, it's only 6.6 cents per video. That's not a whole lot, and it helps these videos keep coming out each and every single morning. I do dig it. And can you also dig it? It's Thursday today. One more day after this week. We got Monday. That's a 3-day weekend for a lot of folks. Yeah, Labor Day is here, the end of summer. I should have had that song by The Doors. Summer's almost gone. Well, either way, I might have it tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Stacker out.